Today we are going to discuss about the vital sign of the planet. First of all, I'm very much thanks to Team 2020 helpers for arranging this international webinar regarding this topic. Our today topic is vital signs of the planet. Is very much important today's scenario. Nowadays, many countries are working for this climate changes. We are also feel very much hot in the earth and atmosphere when comparing before or 20 years or 100 years ago. So what are the reasons for this vital signs of the planet, and in forthcoming days how to prevent this climate changes? So it is a very much important topic, and it's a awareness for every human being in our entire environment. So today's webinar is based on what is meant by climate change. So what are the factors which influence the climate? So what are the impact happens due to this climate changes? How to prevent these climate changes? The first question is, we are always saying our planet is heating up. We are feel very much heat and we can't tolerate the temperature. So our first question is, our planet is heating up and we are responsible, whether it's a myth or it's a fact. I think you can answer for this question. Unless we take few steps to decrease the heat, automatically our family and our future environment is in the great danger. While going for a climate, you should have a clear idea about what is the differentiation between the weather and the climate. The weather and climate are not the same thing. So you should have an idea what is meant by weather and what is meant by climate. So weather is a short term. It can change rapidly. Okay. So when you are opening the window, whether it says hot or it's a cool, that is called as a weather. So climate is the average of many years of weather observation. So it is a long-term process. It's a wide area. It indicates the seasonal changes and it's measured over a long span of time. So this is the difference between the climate and the weather. So second question is, what is a climate changes? Climate changes is a process of our planet is heating up. Our planet has warmed by an average of 1 degree centigrade in the last 100 years. This is already having huge impact across the planet for peoples and wildlife. So in the forthcoming years also, automatically the global warming is very high. The temperature of our planet is increasing day by day. What happens if it is increasing day by day? Finally, the peoples and wildlife and the environment is affected. The earth getting warmer. What is the causes for this warming? What is the reason behind them? The causes of climate changes is due to the chemical fertilizer deforestation. Nowadays, many trees are cut down for our wooden works, papers, and even for while laying a road or extending a road, we are cutting the trees. Okay, so deforestation is a main important thing for the climate changes, and also increase in the vehicles, then emission of greenhouse gases, industries, then emission of carbon dioxide. So naturally it's a solar cycle, then ocean current, forest fire, then volcanic, then meteorites, and also the methane emissions. So these are the things, these are the factors which influence for the climate changes. Why that does it matter? Why we are thinking about this climate change? Is it important? Yes. Climate changes is damaging our natural environment across our planet. So more extreme weather events, suddenly a sea level rises, then tsunami and all. Nowadays only we are hearing. So this also the impact of our climate changes. Then melting ice caps and sea ice, then warming ocean temperatures. So due to this climate change, there is a heavy impact on the agriculture, that is food and farming, then communities, that is the environment pollution, mostly the sea plants and also the sea animals, because when the global warming is very high, automatically the ocean get temperature. So the animals cannot withstand within the sea. So then it stretches to the plants and also their total society. So not only that, see up to 3 lakhs people a year will die due to the spread of tropical disease. Mostly this malaria, dengue is caused due to by these climatic changes. So here the human being also affected by means of the climate changes, and also million species of birds, animals is affected on the year of 2050 if we are not control our global warming. Then the future of our city. See here, see here, the building is totally surrounded by the sea. So these things will be happen when the climate changes on our environment. So it is our world map. See the heat waves have spotted out, then low precipitation, heavy snows, heavy rains, drought, extreme storm, and low temperatures are notified in the world map, and it is seriously waived by UNEP and its publishing in the yearbook of 2008. So the impact is from 1971 to 2005. The carbon dioxide vehicles emission is from 1.8 billion tons per year to 4.6 billion tons per year. See the high rapid increase of carbon dioxide emission due to this vehicle. The average global air temperature is between zero point 0.5 and 0.74 degree during this past century. An average of 2 degrees centigrade warming is predicted by 21st century. See, first of all, previous slides we have viewed 1 degree centigrade for 100 years. Now what they are mentioning is 2 degrees centigrade on the year of 21st century. So on forthcoming centuries, automatically the degree of warming is high. It automatically will affect our environment. Then sea level has risen 10 to 25 centimeter in the last 100 years. So it's a chance, it is a reason for tsunami also. Who is responsible for slowing global warming and what the cost? When did the problem begins? The problem begins when the human activities created and release more gases in the atmosphere than the necessary one. Nowadays, many vehicles we are finding on the road and also for transport purposes. Then many industries has emitted carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. So many methane gases, nitrogen oxides. So huge number of gases are producing or releasing in the atmosphere. So the main reason is human activities. See, the incoming solar radiation from the sun is directly impacted on the earth. What happened is totally impact on the earth surface. Finally, it is radiated out to the space by means of greenhouse gases. The oceans are like giant storage heaters at present because for the past 100 years, 1 degree centigrade is rising up. Now for the forthcoming, they mention as 2 degrees centigrade is rising. Automatically what happened? The oceans are get heated. Once the oceans are get heated, automatically the animals, sea animals and plants inside within the sea is totally getting harmful. See, they have mentioned they are like time bombs masking the real effects of carbon dioxide we have been releasing into the atmosphere. So, by the emission of carbon dioxide, automatically the sun gets heated, the total atmosphere is getting heated. So, we have to predict or we have to prevent the carbon dioxide emission in the atmosphere. So, it is the present scenario. The carbon dioxide is 81% is emitting in the atmosphere. Then methane CH4 is 10%, nitrous oxide 6%, the fluorinated gases is 3%. So here the major thing is carbon dioxide. So the reason of greenhouse effect is carbon dioxide. So how it happens? Carbon dioxide, we are mentioning as 81%. How it is possible? How it is emission by means of greenhouse gases? See the diagram. So in the other diagram itself, we have came to know that is one of the reason is industries. We are burning fossil fuels. It is the reason for releasing the greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. So that greenhouse gases keeps our planet warm. By releasing more and more greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, we are warming the planet very quickly. Nowadays, the industrial areas, industrial sectors are very high in the world because we are manufacturing a lot. But at the same time, we are damaging our environment too. So greenhouse gases are increasing. There is carbon dioxide to atmosphere. What are the human activities there? Is combustion burning of coal and fossil fuels. Then deforestation. So methane to the atmosphere. Human activities can be done by landfills, agriculture, then livestock. So other gases to the atmosphere is ozone from the car exhaust and also aerosols. So these are the main reasons for producing greenhouse gases. If you prevent these things, automatically the global warming can be decreases from 2 degree and 1 degree to the normal temperature. So we have mentioned that the carbon dioxide is emitted due to the greenhouse gases. The again next thing is methane is because carbon dioxide is on 82 percentage and methane is on 10 percentage. How it's happened? The methane is released by coal mining, then landfills and by the agriculture, particularly through the digestive process of beef and the milk. Okay, it rapidly increases. Then nitrous oxide. So mostly the nitrous oxide is emitted from the car and also by burning the fossil fuels and also by the heat and the electricity. Nowadays, there is a rapid increase of transportation. So automatically the nitrous oxide is also increasing day by day. So we have to prevent this nitrous oxide. So the main important gases are carbon dioxide, methane, and also the nitrous oxide. If you prevent or if you control these things, automatically the global warming will decreases and we will prevent our environment in a safe mode. So intensive farming. So some farming practices, we are using the fertilizer. Some fertilizers produce gases that will trap the heat more than the carbon dioxide. So it is the most important factor we are considering here. Okay. Nowadays in on farming, we are using number of pesticides to increase our yield. So due to this pesticides, what happen? The gases is produces and will heat the carbon dioxide and the heat more than the carbon dioxide in the environment. For the any instance, the nitrate oxide found in the pesticides can retain 300 times more than the carbon dioxide. So note this point. So nitrous oxide is have a capacity as a capability of 300 times more heat than the carbon dioxide. So we have to control the carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, and also the methane. So the sources of greenhouse gases, how these greenhouse gases are produced. So first of all, by industrial process, that by continuously burning of fossil fuels, we'll have 16.8 percentage of gases emitting. Then forestation, 21.3 percentage. Then disposing, that is waste disposal, that is 3.4 percentage. Then biomass burning, that is 10 percentage. Then residential, commercial, and other sources is 10.3 percentage. Then fossil fuels, that is the processing and distribution, is 11.3 percentage. Then agriculture byproducts, that is 12.5 percentage. Say, and the transport fuel is 14 percentage. So these are the main sources, and also the main gases are carbon dioxide, methane, and the nitrous oxide. So we are also a reason how the earth is getting warming. How the average temperature has increased 0.74 degrees centigrade over the past century. That is approximately 1 degree centigrade we are already seeing by means of air transport. We have a road transport. So by all this transport, automatically the earth get warming. Then rainfall pattern has totally changed. The world has seen changes in amount, intensity, the frequency and type of precipitation. When we are comparing the rainfall, the duration, the intensity is automatically is changed over the 100 years ago. Rainfall strongly characterized by variability year to year variation. There should be a variation in rainfall. Then automatically the global sea level has risen because the earth is getting warming. During the 20th century, average increase is 4.8 to 8 inches. That is, we are saying that nowadays the sea level is rising 10 to 20 centimeter. Okay, so per century they are increasing a little by little. Why? This is due to the expansion of ocean water and also melting of mountains. That is ice barriers. See, this is the example. See here, Agisiv Glacier in 1973. Look at the picture here. Now in 2005, see total the barriers, that is ice barriers are melted. See here, Pastra glaciers in 1875, how it's looked like snowy. See here, now it's looked like a dry mountain in 2004. So this is one of the example for the climate changes. So see here, how much predictions, the temperature of variation is found in the map. So 48 continental states have found that about degree in the annual temperature. Normally they have taken a survey regarding our temperature. They found 48 continental states have more than the temperature from the past centuries. So this is also one of the important factors, is important evidence for a global changes. So the ice ages in 21 years ago, see here, this indicates ice sheets. See at present now only a small portion. So the ice ages is occurs over last million years, but due to this global warming, it slightly decreases and start melted. So when the glass ice barriers are melted, automatically the earth will becomes more warming. So these are the some of the uh, evidence and also the case study for the climate changes. So now you can understand this topic is important on our life or not. So what are things we have to do in the forthcoming days, forthcoming years to control these climate changes? Otherwise, our future generation is on question mark. So what are the steps we need to follow? So first we must admit that climate changes is everyone's problem, not only a scientist, not only it's a government problem or any general green agencies. They are planting the trees. They are not their problem. This is for everyone problem because we are only the reason. We are also a reason for the climate change. How we can change? We must change how we live. So there should be a mitigation is needed. So the mitigation measures to reduce the greenhouse gas emission at the source or enhance the removal from the atmosphere. So when we are removing the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, automatically it will decrease the greenhouse gases. So because the carbon dioxide is almost 81% in the atmosphere. So by use the windmill, a more renewable energy is producing, and also we should plant more trees for reducing this global warming. So heating and cooling. Now we are using many heating equipments like AC, refrigerators, and microovens in our home. So we have to control the usage, or we have to use it in a proper method. How? We have to install the programmable thermostat. When we are working on the micro oven, we have to set a time or set a temperature for the correct product. So install programmable thermostat. Check and repair weather stripping on doors and windows. Adjust your clothing instead of the thermostat. Keep furnace and AC filters clean. We have to because almost in 80% of residential have AC. So we have to clean the AC filter. Consider closing of unused rooms. Install insulated drapes. Then plant deciduous trees on the sunny side of your home. Once if you are placing a tree on the sunny side, what will the carbon dioxide is totally absorbed by the tree and you will feel a little comfortable temperature inside the home. Then the transportation is the main reason nowadays. So if you are going on a family, you can use the car. Other if you are going on a single or um, you can use your bike or your cycle. Better you can use your cycle. Make sure the engine is properly tuned because we are many of them are not servicing our vehicles properly. So due to this reason also there should be emission of carbon dioxide. Then keep your tires properly inflated. Then you can use the school bus. When your school bus means it's almost 40 students can accompany, you can avoid the single usage of your car transportation. So you can support the public transportation and also consider a smaller car or highway for the next generation. Then conserve electricity. So nowadays the cell phone plays a vital role in our life system. So when you are unplugged, the charges for cell phone and the other appliance when not in the use, it is the main one because we are plugging the chargers and we are not switch off the switch when it's in the unplugged charging condition. Next, get in the habit of turning lights and appliances off. Vacuum the coil in the back of the fridge monthly. So it's a very rare case found in our residential. We should not check the vacuum. When the cooling is very much decreases on the refrigerator, then only we are concentrating on the vacuum. Then change to compact the fluorescent bulbs. Make your Nest computer as a laptop. Install timers or motion sensors on outdoor lights. So these things are happening. That is, the ice glaciers are melting. So what we have to do? We have to recycle more, and also we drive less. We have to plant trees. We have to switch to a renewable energy. We have to use the energy efficiency device. We have to conserve water. We have to spread an awareness on climate changes. I mentioned everything we have. Why? Because we are also responsible for the global warming and also the climate changes. If we are all work on these things, surely we will control the global warming and also the climate immediate changes and all. Recycle more. So you have to reduce the e-waste and also decrease the landfills. Then you have to save the energy and also conserve natural resources. Then you have to reduce incineration. Incineration means it's a burning one. Okay, so by doing this, automatically the global warming is a chance for reduction of carbon dioxide because e-waste is a major vital role in our society nowadays because we are going everywhere. It's an electronic device. After when it's failure, what we are just dumping on a environment. So this is not causing a global warming because e-waste produce some radiations in the environment. Okay, so that should be decreases the landfills area also. So nowadays we are reducing the incineration process by providing some special equipments and also we have to further usage of this incineration and makes the earth very cooler. Drive less. We have to decrease the air pollution because the transportations like bike and public transportation is very much high when compared to the past 100 years because it's our necessary. Now it is one of the member vehicle is one of the member of our family. So we have to decrease the carbon dioxide emission or nitrous oxide from the vehicle. So what we have to do, we have to maintain the vehicle very properly in a proper manner. Okay, so due to continuous servicing or continuous maintaining the vehicle, automatically your carbon dioxide or nitrous oxide percent inside the vehicles, which is emission from the vehicle, is totally decreased and it will reduce the air pollution. So it is much more responsible because we are the drivers, we are the owners for the transportations. Instead of using a person driving a car, better we can go for a cycle or better we can go for a public transport. Nowadays, e-vehicles like cars, bikes are much more available in the society. The reason is to control this pollution, this global warming. Then plant trees. Nowadays, deforestation is found on any place of our country. Suddenly, we are viewing that the Amazon forest is catching fire and many animals' habitats are totally decayed. For road transportation, for public transportation, for extending a road, we are just cutting the trees. By these things, automatically the global warming is very much high. To prevent your global warming or heat in the atmosphere, the main important necessity is please plant your trees. Okay, because the tree have a capability to absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and release oxygen. A tree can absorb 1 ton of carbon dioxide in its lifetime. See, while due to deforestation, the carbon dioxide absorption is trees otherwise known as carbon dioxide absorption. See how much absorbing 1 ton of carbon dioxide. We are deforesting the trees. So what happened? Now the environment shows their face. Corona and many more diseases like dengue, malaria. It will totally affects our lifestyle and also the intensity of rainfall. We can't imagine when the rain is coming. Okay, all the things as slightly changes. So better plant trees and we will save the future generation. Then switch to the renewable energy. See, many industries have emission of carbon dioxide directly to the atmosphere. So automatically it will affect the society and also the human beings. So instead of emission of carbon dioxide, we have to switch to the renewable energy. The renewable energy should be clean and green energy which improves the public health in the environment. The conventional energy should decreases. When we are decreasing that there is depletion of conventional energy, automatically the major carbon dioxide, because when we are viewing the chart, they are mentioned 21.3 percentage of industries has emission of carbon dioxide is totally decreases by using this renewable energy. Then use of energy efficient devices. We have to conserve water. Once we are conserving water, automatically the temperature will decreases. Okay. Then we have to use the lower greenhouse gas emission, the bulbs, and also increase helps in the production of clean energy. So conserve water. We have to conserve the water because water is the auxiliary of life. It will minimize the pollution and also the health issues. It reduces drought and water shortages. When we are conserving the water, automatically we will protect our natural ecosystem. It will protect the aquatic environment. When the global warming is high, its normally increases to 2 degrees centigrade every year. What happens? Its ice barriers getting melting. Then totally the sea animals and sea plants inside the oceans are totally damaged. We have to protect the aquatic environment. So we have to spread an awareness. So topic while I'm starting this topic, the climate change first. Okay, the climate change by collecting the more information. Then I had an awareness. Oh, we have to prevent this global warming. Otherwise, our child, our grandchild, our forthcoming generation is totally affected by means of this global warming. We already see 3 lakhs children or human are affected by means of these climate changes. So we have to spread an awareness to our friends, colleagues, and also the environment. How? By means of the social media and also the awareness on its consequence and also make the people to change their lifestyles. How you can change their lifestyles? You have to maintain your vehicle properly. You have to clean the AC. You have to check the vacuum of refrigerator and also you have to make an installable program on your micro oven. So these things we can do. So my request is we are in need of saving this world from the greenhouse effect and also the climate changes. Hope we will do this one and make our earth as a greeny one. Thank you for all being patient for listening my this international webinar. Once again, I thanks to Team 2020 for providing this opportunity to spread an awareness regarding this climate changes among you all. Thank you. Thank you,